Hello, welcome back. Thank you again for being here and to continue to listen to my story. What's going on with my voice? I think I've done 93 of these episodes, and I kind of wanted to stop at 99. And because I'm coming to an end, a completion of this entire 9 year cycle. Um, and usually, you'll see a change, whatever year you're in. Again, I'm going to post the way to figure out your personal year. There'll be a link in the description box. So everyone has a 9 year cycle. You go from year one, which is talks about something new happening in your life, to year nine, some kind of ending to that cycle. And then you begin your year one again. All of this started for me in 2017. It was my year one, and that's when my father had come to me in spirit. He had passed away, and through a medium came to me and gave me all these instructions, as you've probably already have heard in several of my videos already. You know what's going on with my voice? It's so weird. Also, I don't know if you noticed the lighting is a little bit different. I usually record earlier in the morning, and I've been having a hard time kind of saying what putting these last couple episodes together, because coming to the end of this journey and coming to the end of this series, these episodes, trying to kind of cram a lot of information, especially what's happened to me over these last 4 months, since I left my job on June 19th. This is so weird in my throat. So there's something there saying something. I think what also has a part of this message, I have some notes down here so I don't forget to say anything. A part of this message that I wanted to say to you today is that back in 2017, my father and my grandparents had come forward, through a medium, and had given me all these instructions. And one of the instructions was to write a book. Um, at the time, I didn't know exactly, I'm saying, okay, write a book about my life, and a lot had happened as far as my leaving the religion that I was in. That was a whole big thing of how I grew up, my family life growing up, and then also the death of my son in 2007 when he was 19 years old in college, sophomore in college, and the difficulty of that. So we said, well, maybe this is supposed to be a book about helping others go through grief, especially parents. And actually, my son came through in spirit and said to me, Mom, write the book, write the book, write the book. And I'm like, okay. So in 2019, after I had stopped working, I had quit my Wall Street job. I said, okay, they keep telling me to write this book, write this book. It sounded like it was urgent. So during that time, I left my job April 30th. And while I was kind of trying to get this, got my yoga certification, trying to get this business off the ground. In the meantime, writing this book. And I did. And, first time writer, I didn't know how to go about finding a literary agent and, trying to figure out how am I going to get this book published now? Do I self-publish or whatever? Knowing what spirit is, if it's been told to you, it's going to happen in some way. But the thing was, I didn't know my story was not finished at that time. So I'm calling this title in early fall. Those first few weeks after stopping my job on June 19th, this year, 2025, I was so ecstatic, like, oh my God, I'm away from that job, like I'm at peace now. I have my home, things are I know Spirit wants me to teach, also to do readings and, healing and whatever, that this is going to be what I do now. Because I was kind of told that that's what I would be doing. But when I say early fall, when you think about fall, you think about, harvesting. There's also almost this completion to that year, right? We're coming into the fall is getting ready to be towards the end of the year. And it's like we say about people going into their autumn years, right? And kind of the squirrels and the bears and whoever else go into hibernation, going into this preparation period. And this is where I was after these first couple of weeks of kind of having this freedom, which kind of was representative to me with this Juneteenth, right? This freedom that I had of now going into this early fall of preparation for something I wasn't sure of yet, but I'll get more into that later on. It became so now we're talking about the end of August, early September, of coming to the standstill because I'm saying, okay, I thought by now the universe would have kind of showed me what's next. What am I going to be doing next? And nothing was coming. Because when they had said to me, um, you know, through my intuition to leave your job, like it was very strong, very strong. It's time to leave the job. It's time to leave the job. So I knew for a fact that's what I needed to do. But nothing was coming to me now. So I'm saying, okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I've been sitting here hoping something changes. And then it was around July, actually, when I started doing these videos, the excerpts of a spiritual ascension. And then something gave me the idea to say, you know what? I've been trying. I understand now that the book isn't just about my early life, my first life, but it's about this whole ascension experience and um, how that's going to help others once they go on to their own journey. I don't have the best, my laptop is pretty old. So I know I need a whole new computer. I can't even type on it. When I type, it kind of does double the letters and everything like that. I've gotten keyboards but I kept saying, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. So putting my story out here for you guys was a way to kind of prepare me, right? That early fall, that preparation for what I need to do next to write the book, the full book of my entire story. There also comes into play that, which I'll get into in the next few videos, of The divine has put you through, I didn't say put you through, but because you've chosen this path, right? So I don't want to say put you through. The divine has chosen you. You are chosen. You have chosen this path. Um, and how difficult it is, truly. And not everyone can make it. And something within your soul, something within the divine knew that you would be able to make it through this journey. And that's the reason why you were chosen to go onto this journey. Um, to make sure I didn't forget anything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But also there was this sense too of kind of slowing down, because the first couple of weeks is like, yeah, I'm free, let me go do this, so let me go do that, and just enjoy myself. And I'm around here, just kind of putting things together, decorating and stuff. But I was kind of like, okay, what am I going to do now? Um, on my own, by myself here. Walter was gone. Um, the job was gone. I didn't really know anyone up here in Maine, and kind of finding myself alone. And that's kind of, you'll understand later on that the universe wants you to go through this period of solitude, of just you and the universe, so that you can really get to know who you will become, who you are now, or you are becoming. You are releasing your old identity, which I'm going to talk about more. So whoever you were previously, you're undoing all of that. And this is where you're coming into this period of time, especially for if you're a divine feminine. Um, but believe me, the divine masculine also goes through this in a different way, but stripping away what's left over um, of your old self. Okay, I'm going to leave that here because there's so much more I want to dig into in these last couple episodes. But just letting you know, kind of describing about what's about to happen to me over the next couple months. Okay, and I will see you in the next one.